Welcome to an excerpt from Jihad in the West, Black Flag over Babylon by Mark Selinsky, with a foreword by Sebastian Gorka. It was published by Indiana University Press in Bloomington and Indianapolis. This reading is presented by Kensington Security Consulting, which brings education to national security. This comes from Chapter 4 and discusses new lives for Westerners in the Islamic State. The Caliphate as a new beginning. Antisocials in a new society. Bargirl to Johnny. Hey Johnny, what are you rebelling against? Johnny to Bargirl. What do you got? From the film The Wild One, 1953. If you're scrambling for your identity, ISIS is the bright flame to follow. Raffaello Pantucci, Director of International Security Studies at the Royal United Services Institute, 2015. Young Westerners with troubled pasts look to the Caliphate for a new beginning. Some seek to shed their past, embrace a new religion, adopt an Islamic name, join a new religious community, and move to a new land. Often these young people were deeply troubled before their radicalization. Some drank excessively and abused and sold drugs. Later in life, many shed this lifestyle and image. Those who travel to Syria leave behind criminal records, dissolute lifestyles, toxic family associations, and weak employment prospects. A case in point is the Spaniard Nabil, who oscillated between legitimate and criminal behavior. His profile resembles that of some of the more antisocial and marginally functional characters who have joined the state. A small-time drug dealer in his youth, Nabil later joined the army, where he began trafficking in narcotics. Soon, he was investigated for psychological, physical deficiencies and eventually cashiered for stealing and dealing in medicine. He then shifted his criminal activities to support the Caliphate through smuggling and logistical support. He married a Muslim convert, and at age 29 he was arrested by Spanish authorities before he left for Syria. The troubled Nabil was the first Spanish soldier arrested for aiding the Caliphate. There have been many similar cases. Another young Westerner who left for Syria for a fresh start was Damien Boudreau, a Canadian. As a young man, he was haunted by hallucinations of demons and tried to kill himself by drinking antifreeze. He recovered and retreated to his bedroom, where he found Islam online. He told his mother he was leaving for Egypt to study Islam, then went to Syria to fight, and was killed there. At first, Damien called and emailed his mother regularly, but the frequency and tone of his correspondence changed. He invited his half-brother to join him in battle. Damien wrote in stilted prose, "As for how you worry about me and love me, it is known to me. These are not new pieces of information." His mother confided, "That's when I realized that my son disappeared, that there was somebody new that's in his body." His mother, Christiane, described her pain. "It's like being in a really black, dark movie and you can't get out. It's like some sort of prison. No questions ever answered." Lucas Dam, a working-class boy from Copenhagen, followed a path similar to Damien's. He suffered from both Asperger's syndrome and attention deficit disorder. He, like Boudreau, went to Syria to join the state, where he started a new life. Soon, his new life was over. He was killed in combat. Other forms of radicalization move quickly. According to the French Minister of Interior, the man who drove a truck through a crowd in Nice, killing 84 people, Mohamed Lahouayej Bouhlel, rediscovered his faith very quickly. As with men, young women try to reinvent themselves before heading to the Middle East. This is what happened to the rebellious tattooed Betsy. At 21, Betsy dreamed of becoming a hip-hop superstar, Holland's Eminem. She enjoyed narcotics and the nightlife. Then Betsy found religion and began dressing in full Muslim robes. After a family fight, she left for Syria. Her mother said, "I don't blame Islam. I blame the people who made her believe in a radical way of life." The Caliphate uses its Western-raised recruits to spot emotional vulnerabilities through social media. Its cells in the West draw lonely hearts to the Caliphate's cause, but they also attract young men and women who appeared perfectly normal to most of those who knew them. Profile 12. Sally, Crunch and Carnage. Sally Jones, a former rocker in an all-girl band, would appear to be an unlikely candidate for Jihad. Born in Kent and white, Jones enjoyed some wild times in her youth. In a performance from the early 1990s posted on YouTube, Sally plays lead guitar, wearing a leather miniskirt, in a group called Crunch. She also dabbled in the black art of witchcraft. One neighbour described her as scatty, but others remember her as an animal lover with a particular affection for cats. Long-term employment proved difficult for her. She went on welfare and accepted relief from churches. 40-something Sally took up with Junaid Hussain, a computer-savvy man originally from Birmingham and 20 years her junior. By summer 2014, Jones had become known worldwide as Hussein al-Britani. She and her husband moved to Syria, where her bloodlust made her a headline in Britain's tabloids. She tweeted, "You Christians all need beheading with a nice blunt knife and stuck on the railings at Raqqa. Come here, I'll do it for you." There was more. Expressed her love for Osama bin Laden and contempt for Jews. When her cyber-hacking husband was killed by Allied forces, she tweeted to the world that she had become a black widow. She would follow the path of the Chechen woman Hawa Barayev, who blew herself up among Russian special forces, killing 27 of them. As for her invitation for Christians to come and be beheaded, as of this writing there have been no takers. This concludes a reading from Jihad and the West, Black Flag over Babylon, by Mark Selinsky, with a foreword by Sebastian Gorka. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. Jihad and the West is available for purchase online and in select bookstores worldwide. Dr. Selinsky's latest book, Cauldron of Terror, Hamas, Israel, and the World, will be available in spring 2026. Nothing in this reading or any other reading in Jihad and the West represents the official position of any person or agency of the United States government. On behalf of Kensington Security Consulting, thank you for listening.